friends! Happy New Year! Happy 2018! I am so excited to just see all the amazing things God has in store for us this new year. I'm really pumped because today we have a new release of a Creative Faith Cutable called Courageous, and it is all about my word for 2018, and it shares and then I share how I picked the word or how it picked me, and I talk a lot about what the word courage means and how we can go about living courageous lives. And I made this little lion that perfectly represents courage to me. And so I'm just really excited about this Creative Faith Cutable. Today I'm going to be walking through a process video of setting up my traveler's notebook for studying courage this year and using the Creative Faith Cutable. And then I'll also probably work through a simple entry in my Bible using the elements from this kit. I would love to invite you guys to, in the comments below, write what is your word for 2018. And I'd also invite you guys to click in the link in the description below to head to the Etsy store and grab your copy today. It is just such a prayer of mine and a goal of mine that we can be women full of courage this year. So I'd invite you guys to join me, and here we go with the process video. So typically when I release a new Creative Faith Cutable, I oftentimes will make a separate traveler's notebook for the Cutable. And I do that because I like to really dive in deep and study, and I did this for the Breakfast with Jesus devotion kit, and so I'll include that link in the description below. But this time I knew that courage is my word for the year and that I really wanted to dive in deep with the content in this kit. And so I am using an already made traveler's notebook, and there's a lot of pages in it, and so I know that I have lots of room to write and fill out prayers and illustrate what God is teaching me through these verses and these stories of courageous people in the Bible. And so that's kind of why I chose this format, and I will of course be also illustrating in my Bible, but I really like using traveler's notebooks as a journal. So for the cover, I am using the lion in the circle that comes in the kit, and I used glue stick to glue the lion down, and I should have used my tape runner. I used the tape runner on the courage word, but I didn't on the circle, and so I've had to already go back and kind of peel off the corner, the edges, and put the tape runner down. So a little helpful hint, use something better than glue. Another mistake that I made while making this cover, learn from my mistakes, is that I didn't put a piece of paper in between the cover and the rest of the book. And so I got a huge chunk of gesso on the top of the journal, which made a lot of the pages stick together and rip as I was pulling them apart. So I hope that you guys learn from my mistakes and add a sheet of paper underneath the page when you're working with gesso. And then the courage word, I was debating like adding a separate word that just said courage in the printables, but I decided that if people wanted the word courage, they could just cut off the end of courageous. So that is exactly what I did for the cover. And so courage is my word for 2018. This is going to be kind of my journal for reflecting on different men and women in the Bible who were courageous, and kind of what can I learn from them. And so I wanted to add the year. These are stickers, but as I was working in the rest of the book, they fell off the front. I had lots of learning opportunities while making the cover of this book. And so what I ended up doing off camera, so it's not going to be in this video, is I hot glued the 2018 numbers to the cover. So now they are not going anywhere. So learn from my mistakes. There is a 2-page devotion included in this kit, and it's really that and the question sheet are really kind of the meat of what we're studying. And so I'm just gluing those towards the front of the book. I left a couple pages blank up at the front because I want to make maybe like a cover page or journal one of the main verses. That's kind of my verse of the year, which is Deuteronomy 31:6. So I thought about maybe journaling that in the front. So I left a few pages blank in the front before I glued down the devotion called Courageous. And so then it also the kit comes with 7 creative prompts and questions to help you dive in and get started really thinking about what it means to be courageous and what we can learn from the Bible about it in a creative way. And so that's the most questions I've ever included in one of my kits. And so I just really wanted us to meditate and pause and think about this topic. These are metallic watercolors that my sister got me for Christmas. I have been loving them. You'll see the gold, one of the golds is almost empty because I've been using it so much. I love the look of watercolors in general, but these metallic ones are so fun. And so I'm just doing it around the edges because I wanted to create a border for the going deeper question sheet. And so that's why I didn't have to fill out the whole page with the watercolor. I just needed to do the edges. And I might do more watercolor on the left side of the page spread, but I was just kind of working on prepping my traveler's notebook today, kind of preparing myself for what I'll be learning and studying. I found that I am way more likely to get out my materials and dive in if it's like already ready and kind of prepared for me. So that was my thought process behind that. One way God really speaks to me is through music. If you purchase the kit, you know that's how He kind of helped me choose the my word for 2018. And so I really wanted to work on journaling some song lyrics and meditating on them. Song lyrics that are reflective and helping me dive in more and learning about, being courageous and brave. And so the other day I was driving in my car and a song came on that I had never heard before, but that I loved the lyrics of. And so the song is called Warrior, and it's by Hannah Kerr, who I had never heard of until the other day. And so I am prepping this page spread to journal the lyrics to her song. And so I added some washi tape at the top because this was one of the pages that ripped and got kind of gross looking from my gesso incident at the beginning of the video. And so I covered it up by using some really fun washi tape that matched the colors. I pulled out a bunch of washi tape I had that matched the colors. So I'm using my little stamps. These were my first alphabet stamps. These traveled with me when I was living in the Dominican Republic, and they're back here with me, so they are well loved, but I use them a lot. So I'm just stamping out Warrior and Hannah Kerr. And I wanted to read you guys some of the lyrics. It says, staring down the face of fear, gotta keep breathing. When the negative is all you hear, gotta keep believing. 'Cause in the dark there is a light, your truth keeps on burning bright, brave enough to fight the fight and shout a battle cry. You'll never stop me, I'm a warrior. When I fall down, I get stronger. Faith is my shield, His love is the armor. I'm a warrior, I'm a warrior, I'm a warrior, I'm a warrior. Every scar on my skin is a beautiful reminder of a moment when I didn't give in and walk through fire. 'Cause in the dark there is a light, your truth keeps on burning bright and makes me brave to fight the fight and shout the battle cry. And so I just encourage you guys to listen to her song and kind of meditate on those lyrics and be reminded that you are a powerful warrior. The other song that I wanted to journal about was Lions by Skillet. And so that's kind of a central piece of my story and my year so far. And so I prepped that page in the same way, just using washi tape and stamps. For me, whenever I start a study, prayer is really important. I really believe in the power of prayer, and as I'm going into this year, I am really focusing on praying for courage and for all the crazy things that are to come this year. And so I am making this page for my prayer for 2018 and for courage. The little triangle and the tip-in that says my prayer all come in the kit, and I'm adding some more of the metallic watercolors, using some blue this time, to make a little border on the left side, and then I'll adhere my prayer down on the left side of the page. On the right side, you'll see I have the triangle, and I was kind of, as I was creating this kit, envisioning like a page full of a bunch of triangles, and so that's what I wanted to do on this page. And so I'm going to first adhere down the paper piece. I probably should have cut out another one so I could have used it to measure, or it would have been a good idea to like pencil out first, but I don't always, I don't know, I'd rather just make a mistake, not have it be perfect, and that's exactly how it turned out. So I am alternating between blue and gold triangles to match the kit, and I'm using the same blue and metallic watercolors and just alternating, going back and forth. And I love how it turned out. Like I said, it did not turn out perfect, but I really love just playing with the geometric shapes, and I'm really excited to try this same technique, the same pattern in my Bible pages. I printed off the triangle on sticker paper, and so I think that will look really cool in my Bible. Because whenever you put sticker paper down, most of the time, unless it's really dark, you can still read the words underneath, which I love. And so I'm excited to try the same triangle pattern in my Bible pages. And so I almost messed up and put the gold above where it shouldn't have been, but I was able to catch myself in time, so the pattern still looks really cool. And yeah, you could try this with a bunch of different shapes. You could try it, a lot of people I've been seeing in the Bible journaling world using the hexagons. You could try it with squares. There's lots of kind of creative ideas. This next page, I talk a lot in the devotion, and you'll see I have a little card with the definition of courage and courageous. And so this page, that was kind of my plan for this page, was to reflect on the actual word itself and what does it mean. So here you'll see this is the group of things that I printed on sticker paper. So I printed the lion a bunch of times and this washi strip. Another idea I thought of was punching, using the tab punch with the washi strip to make some more fun tabs. I ended up cutting the washi strip too short from what I had wanted to do, but a little trick is to cut it and just place it above and below so that way you're not wasting any sticker paper being covered by the other piece. So I ended up making it work and saved sticker paper too. So I just thought that would be a fun background. I love the pattern on it with all the little circles. And so there's courage and courageous, those little definitions. And so this page spread gives me lots of room to meditate on the meaning of the word courageous. Now, in the devotion kit, you'll notice that I have a bunch of names and Bible passages, and they're in order. So the name is up top, and then the passage is below, and I already cut them out because I didn't think you guys wanted to watch that. Cutting out a bunch of little pieces. And what I did is I took washi tape and I made little washi tape rolls, and I'm just adhering them down with that so I know I can remove them later. I didn't want to permanently adhere them because I wasn't sure what the Bible page would end up looking like. So I am just adhering them down to kind of mark and save the page spot. So now I'm going to show you a quick flip through of the pages in my journal, and then at the very end of this video, you guys are going to see a very fast time lapse of me doing my first page in my Bible using this kit, and my battery ran out before the end, and so you guys won't see the very end of what I did, but I just added sticker paper and journaled the lyrics to the song Lions in my Bible. So I hope this was an encouragement to you guys. I pray that you would all have courage in 2018, and I also pray that you would consider joining us for this class. Head to the link in the description below to the Etsy store so you can get a copy for yourself. I thank you for watching. Please like this video and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the Creative Faith YouTube channel for more Bible journaling and Traveler's Notebook tutorials. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!